Eniola Badmus TV. Entertainment.
Thank you very much, everyone. Okay, thank you so much. My name is Obista. Well, I really just want to ask, when you're trying to build, this is my focus, and then maybe you see other events, just like when you want to volunteer for free, and this will give you the opportunity to volunteer for free, and that's not really what you want to do. But because you volunteer, they've known you and they want to keep calling you, but it's really not your niche. How do you handle that?
First off, what's your niche? Do you know what niche it is you've carved for yourself? I believe you're asking that question for yourself. What's your niche? Socials, fully corporate?
Yes, and majorly I really want to do things on finance, religious events, and when it has to do with brands, business, anything that has to do with business.
Okay, so if we're doing agriculture, we should not call you.
No, you can. That's what I'm saying.
You help me understand now.
Okay, it's been a thing on my mind lately.
You want to do just business events, finance events?
Not really, probably because I'm a brand strategist. I work with brands to help them create voiceover.
Okay, so you want to do events that are related to your niche?
Yes.
That will be hard. You have to be versatile as an event MC. Abby, celebrate Ariyike. This is Ariyike I'm saying. She's been my idol since like, holy God knows, I'll show you my DM. My DM to you is a mess. So it's going to be hard to focus and say you want to do only business event and finance event because you're a brand strategist. So what happens when a fashion related event calls you, or an agriculture or a food related? What happens when you say because you are no. That's too tight a niche to carve. As an event tester, you have to be versatile and you have to be really spontaneous. So you saying that because other events and other niches are calling you, you won't be able to do it, I don't think that will work. So you might need to reorientate yourself and be open to learning.
I know some people still have questions for you. I told them I don't know if they can meet you outside when you're going and stuff.
Let me start with Victory. You've spent years in the media industry. How would you what does purpose mean to you? Having to be someone who has been in the media industry for a while, how would you define purpose and how it has influenced your career trajectory so far?
Thank you, Brian. Good afternoon, everyone. Good afternoon, everyone. Okay, it's great to be here. Before I say anything else, where's Moyosoreoluwa? Someone should please get Moyosoreoluwa. Ushers, please get Moyosoreoluwa. Yes, Moyosoreoluwa is here. Please, I want everyone to give Moyo a round of applause. A very strong applause. I need you to celebrate Moyo. Moyo, well done. So when you see things like this, most people organize things like this because they just want to tick a box. They just want to do something so that people will know that they're doing something. But Moyo is not that kind of person. She's impacting you because she does that within her space. Moyo is someone who wants to see everyone shine, and she's not just doing it to tick any box. So best believe that she's doing what she's doing with Ispeak conference from her heart. Moyo, God bless you. Well done. Well done. All right. What's your question again? What does purpose mean to you?
What's your understanding of purpose?
Purpose. Well, for me, I would say purpose is doing something that has meaning. I live a purposeful life. Everything I do is with a reason to impact. Where I come from, people are not inspired to do what I do, to break boundaries, to shatter yokes. That is why I am intentional about every single step that I take. So purpose is doing something with reason, simply put, for me. And that's what has inspired me to keep doing what I do against all odds, whether it's rosy or thorny, because there's so many people that come from where I come from who need to see me do what I do so that they'll be inspired to chase that dream of theirs, regardless of whatever field they choose to specialize in.
Absolutely, I think that makes more sense.
Victory Wilson, feels great to be here. Yes, it feels great to be here. I'm here to support Moyosoreoluwa and, just to impact lives. Impact is what I live for, so it feels great to be here. And I enjoy it because, in a way, you're indirectly impacting the lives of people. Where I come from, people do not believe that they can do certain things. So they seeing me doing those things that I do, hosting events, inspires them and makes them know that they can do whatever it is that they put their mind to do. So I am indirectly inspiring and impacting lives, and that's what I love most, and that's what pushes me to do more, because so many people are touched, and because of what I'm doing, they are, pushed and inspired to go for their dreams. If you know where I come from, you understand what I'm saying. Yeah. Okay, the Ispeak conference is a wonderful initiative, and that is why I'm here. I love anything that has to do with impact. Moyosoreoluwa is an amazing person. She's always interested in making everyone good, helping everyone achieve their dreams. And Ispeak conference is a testament to that. And anyone that attends the Ispeak conference will know that they're not just attending, they're definitely living not the same way that they came in. So it's an impactful conference that everyone, I think, should be part of. Everyone should strive to attend and gain, learn, and relearn a lot. And, just support Moyo in any way that they can, because it's a wonderful initiative.
Thank you very much, Victory. Let me come to Grand Prix. Next year makes it 10 years you've been in the media industry, and from your career trajectory, working in Inspiration FM to Boss FM, now at Pop Central, right? I have to link this to mentorship, right? What role has mentorship played in your career trajectory, having to move from radio to TV, and all the amazing stuff you're doing?
You've done your homework. First of all, Moya, thank you for having me. It's great to be here. Good afternoon, everyone. Thank you for answering. Good afternoon once again. That's so cute. I like it. Yeah, next year makes it 10 years in media. 2015. It's crazy when I say it out loud, because I'm still struggling to, believe it, that we've been in this thing for 10 years. Like you said, radio is my first love, and then television. I think mentorship is very important for someone to actually hold your hands and walk you through this thing called life. The media industry is structured in a very interesting way. And so if you end up having the wrong people leading you on, your career is just going to go down, the drain. I think when you chose your mentors, because you actually chose your mentors don't choose you. So it's in your hands to actually decide who would lead you on to where you were going, and not the other way around. If somebody tells you, come, I want to mentor you, that's great, that's beautiful, that's sexy. But at the same time, I think it's most important if you are the one who decides to choose your mentor. Because when you chose your mentor, the power to decide what career path or where your career would go is in your hands. And so at the end of the day, if you succeed, now your hand did it. If you fail, now your hand did it, because you chose that mentor. And I think a lot of people get it really wrong at some point. You chose somebody because they're popular, or because they look a certain way, or because, of something that you see in them which is very vague. So do your research, chose right, chose for the right reasons, Look at your journey in 10 years, look at your journey in 5 years, where am I headed? Does this person have what it takes to guide me to get to where I want to be? What have they done? How good are they? How great are they? Your questions should be why, what, how, when, all of those questions, just put them. Why do I choose this person? What makes this person special? How are they going to help me? Where am I going to meet with them? Also, very importantly, I just want to say this. A lot of people say, oh, Steve Harvey is my mentor. He's not. He doesn't know you. Your mentor has to know you. You need to have a one-on-one connection with your mentor. A lot of people always put mentor and role model together. Your role model doesn't have to know you, but your mentor has to know you. You need to have a connection with your mentor. You should be able to pick up your phone and call your mentor. So I have bad news. For those of you who have a Tokyo Makiwa, a Frank Edogo, you know, as your mentor, a Moa Budu, my mentor. They don't know you. They don't have your number. They don't know you really. So they cannot be your mentor. So in choosing your mentor, it's important you know your reason why, and please be sure that you chose for the right reasons. If you don't take anything home from this, chose your mentor for the right reasons.
Thank you very much, Brian.
It feels great. Just, learning that we're celebrating folks in the media industry and taking it a bit more seriously. I'm very excited about that and can't wait to see how everything goes on from here. Yeah. I think the media space is a very important space, and if you're ever going to be here, you have to actually take up space and do things. You have to be very meticulous, very spontaneous, very intentional as well, and I think that's what the media space has been able to do for all of us, who are pushing and doing stuff in it. Yeah, so I think it's important that when we have knowledge, we share with a lot of people and make more people realize that creativity, it's something we can pass on. We can impact folks. We can make them realize that, our talent is important as much as all of the things that we do. So yeah, I stand for that. I stand with that, and I'm always, by that. Great stuff Moyo is doing. So proud of her, and so proud of the fact that Ispeak is doing great stuff that it's doing now. It's just the beginning, and this is like the 3rd edition. I see it doing touring Africa and just doing like great stuff at the end of the day. I'm excited for Ispeak, really.
Blessing. So let me come to Blessing. As a stellar event host, right, and as a media professional, how do you stay true to your purpose with the invention of these new trends, technologies, and audience demands? Audience demands are changing every time. How do you stay true to your purpose and maintain your own personal identity?
All right, thank you, Brian. First off, my name is Blessings. Blessings for Shuga, yes. I don't joke with that, but thank you so much. So I want to also say thank you to everyone for being here. Moyosoreoluwa, you're doing beautiful. And Daddy and Mommy, thank you for the gift of this amazing woman here. And I also want to say thank you to my senior colleague, the beautiful Ariyike, Dimples, oh my goodness. And of course, my Egon, Dawala is my name, Adasa, Tony Thompson, and my senior colleagues here as well. These are my Egons in the industry, victuals, just take it like that. But, So to your question, staying true to purpose, I can be a very counterintuitive person, right? Growing up, I've never really followed the trend for following's sake. I always ask why. Okay, you need followers on social media, why? What am I using them for? You need to be able to do this, why? So I started hosting events a year ago, right? So that's why I'm still new to the industry. I've been in the media space for about 5 years. And before I decided to start hosting events, I had to ask myself, do I really want to do this? Or am I just doing this because I see people doing it and they're looking good, they're smashing it, and then they're introducing people, speaking big grammar. Do I really want to do this? So one thing that always keeps me in check is asking that question, why? Why am I in the media space? I stumbled into the media space, right? I remember I was on an extra cool call with a man, I'm sorry, in my secondary school, and that was the first time someone told me, oh, you sound nice, and I'm like, oh, really? When I was going into the university, I didn't know what I wanted to do in my life. If they ask me, what do you want to do, I'll just say, I want to be Beyonce because I sing, So, but when I got into the university, it was a challenge. I didn't know what I wanted to study. My elder sister was graduating, and I asked her, come, what did you study? She said, mass comm. I'm like, okay, let's do it. But eventually I found out that I was loving it, I was enjoying it, and it gave me a kind of happiness that I didn't exactly get from any other thing, including all the other things that I could do, and I could do a lot of things, right? So let me just answer straight and clear. how I stay true to my purpose is I make sure that I put myself in check every day. See, let's not lie. The pressure is a lot. There is a lot of pressure, especially in highly, heavily saturated industries like this one. I can count over 100 media personalities as I'm sitting down here. So there are a lot of people there, don't tell me, but there are a lot of people. So most times I try to ask myself, am I doing the right thing? Because you come online, Andrew, and that's why I noticed about 2 years ago, I'm an advocate for digital detox, right? I don't stay online long enough to keep myself pressured, and I just stay online long enough to motivate myself. So I always, when I go online, I see people doing great things. Sometimes I catch myself, I'm like, do I want to, because you catch yourself wanting to be like this person, and you're like, do I want to do this because I like how she's doing it? Because, big bummer, you may not have her flair. You may not have his eloquence. You may just be you. So you have to keep asking yourself, why do I want to do this? How am I going to achieve this? If this is not for me, then I'm not doing it.
I feel great. I feel excited, and I'm happy that I get to share my thoughts and also learn from the wealth of wisdom of my fellow panelists. Constantly, I'm having to learn, I'm having to grow because it's a challenging space. It's a very saturated space, so you cannot relax. I know that you have to do things at your own pace, but at the same time, your biggest competition is your tomorrow, so you can always do better. Well, creativity is basically the center of media. You can't be in media and not be creative. So the more you are trying out new things, the more you're trying out new scripts, you want to do something different from what you see every day. And that way, you're trying to innovate something new. You're trying to learn something new. You don't want to do the same, say, video or skit or show that your neighbor is doing, the same content. So you just have to keep doing better.
You know, so if you want to do sports, you look out for folks in sports. If you want to MC events, you look out for the big names or the people who are doing great, not necessarily big names to be honest, you know, people who are doing great with event hosting. If you want to be a TV personality, for instance, then you look out for people who are already in TV and doing stuff in TV. I mean, it all depends on what you want. That's going to actually help you narrow down to a few number of people. Because if you say, okay, I need a mentor, who am I going to go to? And then you just start going through an entire list, it's going to be a lot. So narrow it down to what part of media you want to be in. And from there, you can now push further conversations. Now, when you narrow it down, for instance, I want to be a radio personality. What kind of radio personality do I want to be? English presenter, Pidgin presenter, Yoruba presenter, Igbo presenter. That's also going to narrow it down again to a certain number of people. You can see the number is reducing, right? Once you narrow it down to, okay, I want to be an English presenter, great. What kind of vibe are we looking out for? Because English presenters are a lot. There are the talk radio stations, like Inspiration FMs, and then there are the urban upbeat radio stations, like the Beat FMs, the Cool FMs, where you just do 20 seconds and you're out, you know. So when you narrow it down a bit, you would be able to see a few names that you can actually get to. The next thing is accessibility. You need to be able to have a mentor you're accessible to, right? So you start reaching out, or you reach out to folks who are interested in mentoring. Note, not everybody is open to mentoring anybody. For example, Blessings, she's not ready to mentor anyone, which must pray that she has to change her mind. Because I feel like a lot of destiny is attached to you, and you actually, oh my God, I sound like a pastor, what the hell? But there are a lot of destinies, and I'm not even joking, like there's so many destinies attached to you, and in life fulfilling purpose, you have to be open to taking on it, right? So this one is, you know, so maybe go back to your, you know, praying place, your hidden place, and just talk to God. When the time is right, you know, you do it. Do we agree? Yeah! You put one time to mentor you, Abby? Yeah!
Okay, thank you, Vicky. I also wanted to say something regarding being a mentor and the young generation. I do not disregard experience or hard work. There are people who have been in this for years. And I'm not saying that the longevity of time determines how good you are, but I've seen a lot of young people these days wanting to learn from people who are still discovering themselves.
There's nobody who has ever messaged me to ask me maybe to mentor or something that I have an automatic response of tips that I share, because that is what I know to give. I'm also a cup that is trying to get, full to the point of overflow where people can come to learn. But in the meantime, I have people that I want to learn from. I'm just trying to say that there's this craze to want to speak like blessings, want to host events like Victory Wilson, want to dress like Grand Prince. But in the grand scheme of things, there are people who have been in this game for years. I do not disregard experience, right? If I were the younger generations, I would rather go and learn from people who have been in this for longer. Do not get carried away by the number of followers that you see or the buzz that you see on someone's page. Oh, because Blessings is hosting back to back. I might be in my phase where I'm hosting free events. I'm not. I'm just saying, right? I might be in the phase where I'm still learning. I'm still making mistakes on stage. So I need you to open your eyes as young. I know that it's important for you, right? And like Victory said, it's not everybody that will be lucky to have that one-on-one for a start. But I know it's important for you to get mentors. But when you're getting mentors, please, I beg you, get people who are not just professionally mature, but also behaviorally, physically, people who can hold your hand, right? Right, people who can hold your hand and actually walk you through. Am I saying that the younger people like us cannot be mentors? No, I'm not saying that. I'm just saying that don't get carried away by the numbers you see on social media. I always have this conversation a lot of times. I do not know how someone who just got out of secondary school, for example, is writing a book and telling the younger people in J2 to come and buy a book, right? I don't know how someone who just finished primary school is telling nursery school people to come and learn from them. So that's how life is. If you want to learn from someone who is more advanced, not necessarily in age, but someone who, we don't all have it figured out, but someone who knows what they're doing to a larger extent.
Thank you very much, Blessings. Very quickly, let me ask Victory, and still in line with purpose and linking it to brand's image, right? You know, you go online sometimes and you see some collaborations, some people make a collaboration, and you just imagine, you think to yourself, like, this collaboration I don't think should have happened at all. Do you think there's a place where you have to consider or factor in your brand's image and your purpose before considering a collaborative opportunity? Thank you.
Hello. Okay, so first of all, I see collaboration. What's the nicer way to put it when you say you don't really care?
I don't give it.
No, I really don't care about
nice.
what people do. Honestly, I really don't care. So if you do anything with any brand, it's not my business, right? It's none of my business. And I don't judge to say whether it does not. It's not my business. I don't care. But for me, I like to do things that are aligned with my purpose. I already said earlier what my purpose is. To be on track, inspire those that come from where I come from. I came from nothing. Is there a better way to put it? I come from nothing. And I am still tied to those people that come from where I come from. Like earlier this year, I had to go to Alimosho. I grew up in Alimosho. So the local government invited me and I had to give back in my way. I'm still attached to them in some way. And I'm doing this constantly, whether it's thorny, whether it's smooth, because there are people in Alimosho that are looking at Victory Wilson, and they're like, if Victory can climb that stage, then I can be a doctor. So I like to do things that are aligned with my purpose. And I'm not someone that likes buzz. Like the way I said I really don't care about the buzz, really, if you know me. I do things that give purpose. And I would advise people, don't chase fame. Some of you just see the glitzy people looking nice and you're like, I want to be famous. It's okay if you want to be famous, or I'm not judging, but don't chase fame, because things like honor, fame are given. You don't work for it. You don't work for it. But you see things like integrity, your name, you have to work for it. You have to build who you want to become. When you're building, that fame that you're so engrossed in wanting to have, that popularity will come. They are given.
you don't work for it. They're not all the times earned. Yeah, so I like to do things that align with my purpose, making an impact. Just like I have a show, the Victory Wilson Show, focused on helping people get therapeutic solution. That's purpose for me. That's making an impact for me. So anything that's not in line with purpose, I might be weary and weak and not really interested in doing it.
Okay, I have a lot, but I'm just going to pick one. There was this day that I was hosting an event, and that event was, it was a book launch for a veteran, and there were a lot of, media giants in the room. And I was so nervous. I'm not one to come and say, oh, I'm nervous, manage me like that, or because that's the way to cast yourself, so, but I was very nervous. And I was doing okay up until a time where I messed up someone's designation, right? And there was someone in the audience, Mojibadi. I didn't even know she was there. When that happened, it kind of disoriented me. I was so disorganized, and I didn't know how I was going to carry on. And then I just sat down, you don't want to put your head down in shame, but you're trying to maintain steeze, but you're so ashamed. And I saw a message from her, and she sent me a message telling me how good I'm doing, told me how to handle the situation, and immediately that was like the firework that I need. It just, that one-liner was everything I needed to ace that event. And the same people that I felt ashamed in front of gave me so much commendations, and I realized the importance of having these people in your life. So yes.
Hands together for them. Can we be on our feet, please, and put your hands together for them?
Make some noise. Thank you. You guys are not gonna make me cry. Get out. Something to just show our appreciation to you. Thank you so much. We really do love you. We are proud of your works, your growth. This is for you, blessings. Thank you so much. This is for you, victory. Thank you, my darling. And this is for you, Grand Prince. Yes, Black. Oh, was that intentional? I take the credit anyways. Yeah, maybe my guy know about that.
Okay, sorry, I'm sorry to cut you, Will. Thank God you're on stage. So guys, you guys will know that I went for the MTN MIP training, right? You're online. This is a field where there's competition over collaboration, and people will see opportunities and will share. I didn't know about that opportunity. Moya shared it with me last minute. She applied as well, she didn't get it, and it made me so sad. So that's the kind of heart that Moyo has. So while we are standing, please help me say thank you, Moyo.
Are we ready? I speak 2024. Let's go again. I speak 2024. Ladies and gentlemen, for the last time, I speak 2024. Let's make some noise.
Very succinct and on point. Be prepared to evolve, reinvent, and build capacity. I must say that the convener of this beautiful event has done a very beautiful job with being intentional about the selection of speakers and panelists. So that being said, my second question would be to Ariyike. Risky's in the house, can I see your hand? Thank you very much. So we know Ariyike to be an actor, producer, a content creator, a skit maker, you do a lot of things. And you do these things beautifully well. So how have you been able to intersect media and innovation in your career as a media girl, knowing that you've evolved into many things, into many capacities? And it's not just, you're not doing them shabbily, you're being intentional. You do them really well. So how do you intersect media with innovation?
Thank you so much, Adasa. Nice to meet you in person. Good afternoon, everyone. Mommy and Daddy, good afternoon, Ma. Good afternoon, Daddy. Moyo, well done. This is beautiful. So, thank you. To answer your question, I listened to my profile, which was pretty long. I didn't know that wasn't that much, but within the name of the Lord. If you listen to my profile, you see how I've evolved. Started out as a radio girl. In fact, started out as a PA to the owner of Esco Props Media. Because I like Victory said, I came from nothing too. So it's a thing where it's like, God, I know this is the vision you have given me. And I don't know how I'm going to get there, but some way, somehow, you will help me. Not like I don't know how to speak, not like I can't host or whatever it is, but the way the job has been called, it's not like, you like sprinkle and come your way. Sprinkle and come, because this thing you want to do, you have to do it. And my job as well, there was this whole talk, okay, we have to reproduce another show. I'm like, that thing takes 1 year. So it means that there's no work actively. I had no choice but to obey and to do it. And I had to dedicate my time to it. So sometimes when they call me for events, I'm like, oh, I think you should call this person. I think I'll recommend people because I know that where my head is right now isn't risky. And what they say, what is worth doing at all is worth doing well. So be it fashion that I'm focused on, be it hosting, be it whatever it is, I give it the time it deserves. And that's the honest truth about it. Thank you.
Oh, a round of applause for her again. Amen.
Before media, in the world right now, things are changing, things are evolving. So if you stay stagnant, you're not going to grow. And I'm really big on learning, I'm big on evolving, I'm big on growing. So with the thing that I do, which is media, you have to just keep staying updated. There are new trends every day, there are new apps every day, there are new things to try out. And it doesn't mean that you should lose yourself in the process of trying out new things, but try it out. And if it doesn't work for you, you know that it doesn't work for you rather than just staying stagnant. Because if you really want to grow, you have to try new things and you have to evolve and upgrade, so to speak. The media industry, I always call it a slippery place. But if you know what you're doing, if you have tunnel vision and you have God on your side, you can overcome anything that comes your way. In terms of having tunnel vision, know what you want, know where you're heading to so that there are no distractions. People are going to do different things. So it is just for you to just keep your eyes on the prize, I think that's basically what I can say. That's the little trick that has worked for me. Every other thing has maybe changed over time, but the three consistent things: God, number one, the God factor is there. You need God. Number two, just have tunnel vision, know where you're heading to. And at the end of the day as well, in terms of evolving, you have to be able to do these three things. You have to be able to learn, relearn, and unlearn. So be open to learning, be open to dropping things that you feel you already know for like new things that work for you, and also like just relearn, keep growing, keep evolving. Yeah, just keep upgrading, stay open, like don't be closed-minded in this space. If you stay closed-minded, do you understand? And if your mind is so closed and you're not open to new things, it's like what they call odo adagun, like you just literally become stagnant water basically, and you will not grow and evolve, and people will just look at you and say, where's this person, what happened, so you have to stay open, God, and also tunnel vision. Honestly, I heard about it this year when I saw the email, and I was like, okay, let me do my research about them, and I found out who was behind it. I'm like, oh, I remember this person, I used to chat with her at some point, and to just see the growth in her career and and with what she's doing, I'm just super proud of her. And I'm like, look, I really want to be there, I really want to support this young lady. This is amazing, this is beautiful. And the fact that it is one of the things you need to learn, because as you're going on, you have to be able to pass on the knowledge to other people, because during our time, we didn't really have people do things like this for us so we could learn. We did rough them, basically, so this is a really beautiful initiative, and well done, Moyosoreoluwa. Well done.
Thank you so much.
Thank you.
So how I started, I went for my ND program in Erua. I don't think many people know this much about me. And after that, but in between that, I was also doing ushering jobs. I don't know if you know Diadem, Beauty by AD. I would always come home every weekend. It was like a ritual for me because I need to make money. Friday to Sunday, I'm in Lagos doing ushering jobs. She'll pay me. Then Sunday evening, I'm always going back to Erua. That is Oyo. That's how far it is. I would always go back every time. So after 2 years, I knew that a part of me just didn't like the ND program, but it was what God has destined that I would do, right? So after my schooling, I went back home to mommy and daddy. I didn't want to, I was like 16, but I was very stubborn. So I just want to work and make money. Do you get? But I'm not destructive. So after coming back, I would always tell all my friends that, oh, I'm in need of a job. Please, if you find any job for me, I don't mind, I will do it. I thought I was going to be like an office personnel or an assistant or something. Nothing really big, nothing really big, right? So he told me that he has a media company and they would like to see me, that he has shown them my videos on Instagram. And I've not started doing skits. It was just a video of me advertising my friend's business. So if you're in a position to do anything for somebody, it might be difficult for you to do. You might be reluctant. Just do it if it serves as a help for anybody.
Social media is a very large space where a lot of things happen. And that's the platform where you really have the opportunity to interface with a lot of people in the media space, either at a very close range or from a distance. So, to a very large extent, because the media space is very large, social and regular media is very large. You as an individual, you need as an individual to be intentional about who you listen to and what you listen to, and the tribes that you choose to affiliate yourselves with, because they have a way of influencing your mind. If, for example, you follow the likes of people that are always complaining about everything that happens, you know there's some people that their page is for ranting. They have nothing, but everything is not right. Right? By the time they censoring blackness, so Nigeria is messing up at the moment. I'm very frustrated. If you continue to follow those people, they to a very large extent to influence your mind, and there's nothing you can do about it. If you follow people that criticize religion, for example, because that's some people's forte, right? It has a way of influencing your mind and your opinion. If you follow people that inspire you by virtue of what they do, or their numerous achievements, or their lifestyle, or the quality of life that they live, they have a way of influencing your mind. So what I would say is that you should focus on the tribe that works for you. I'm not here to dictate who you should listen to, or how you want to listen to anybody, or where you want to put your data. All I just want you to do is that whoever that influences your, whoever that you see up there that you admire, and that influences your mind in one way or the other, is who you should put your energy on. But I will advise that it is people that are affiliated to something that you are interested in. You understand? Because when you watch them very closely, very often, you discover that you begin to think like them and you begin to see things from their points of view. I look at masters of ceremonies that I admire. I try to pick points from what they say. I try to learn from how they comport themselves, how they carry themselves, how they do their videos.
Well, I feel very good. I feel very inspired seeing young people like myself, and you know. Well, it's very humbling because I just try to be who I am, you know. I try to do my work. I try to impact my world in my own little way. So anytime I hear those things, I feel very inspired and very humble. Well, personal development is one thing that comes with the job, you know, self-improvement perpetually. The fact that you have to meet people, you have to meet, should I call them prominent people? So you just have to comport yourself in a way that fits into that setting all the time, and it has to do with a lot of personal development, personal growth, intentionality, and the consciousness that you just have to be good at whatever you do. I think it's a very great initiative, especially one that requires, or that brings people together every year. You know, it helps people build capacity, it helps people network, it helps people meet like-minded people under the networking platform, and it just helps people to grow and to shape their minds to see the world from a very broader point of view. And I think that's what is inspiring about a program like this. You're welcome.
Well, being in the media industry is it's not a walk in the park. It's every day different, there are different sides to it. So it all depends on what you're doing as a media professional. But of course, you know that regardless of, even if you're in the media, whatever industry it is you find yourself, you have to keep growing. You have to keep learning every day. You cannot decide to run with what you've known for years, right? You have to ensure that you keep at it, you train yourself some more, you upgrade yourself so that you're not out of place or out of tune, all right? You have to stay in trend, stay with what's trending right now, and you keep building yourself, basically. So I don't think it's all about just being in the media industry. Whatever industry it is you find yourself, you have to keep at it. Hello, everyone. Gloria Olufeko here, Compare and Communications Executive, and I'm live here at Ispeak Nigeria 2024 Upgrade. We're here to talk about everything media, from collaboration to community, how to build yourself, build your brand, carving a niche for yourself. I'm really excited about this year's conference, and I cannot wait to see and learn from the amazing minds and speakers in Nigeria's media industry. It promises to be fire. Don't go anywhere. Peace out.
I feel really excited, I feel elated, I feel very glad to be here today. Well, I would say that it's a privilege to be moderating a session in the midst of media professionals, public speakers, compares. You know, it feels so beautiful. It feels at home. Yeah, that's the word. It feels at home. Okay, one of the things that I say always is, in the media industry, you need to embrace continuous learning. You must be ready to learn, relearn and unlearn. Like, you have to keep learning every day. So that's what it takes. But I would say that Ispeak is that platform for every young person to be a part of. If you're desiring to be an award-winning public speaker, a compare, you know, you just want to be in that media space, Ispeak is that place for you. It's a place, a community of people who are like-minded when it comes to the world of public speaking and communications.
Wonderful people, my name is Eniola Badmus, and of course I'm using this medium to remind you guys to please subscribe to Eniola Badmus TV on YouTube, so you can get to what different trending news, you can get to what different entertainment updates, and of course all the news going all around the world. Guys, do not forget to turn on your notification so you can get to watch all of our content. Thank you so much, guys. And
Eniola Badmus TV, entertainment without bounds.